No, this is just better. I need those power stones. Man, I can use basically everything I have with those. I will go with the Deuce probably. It could be bad play, but I'm greedy. I'm super greedy. So that's why I'm doing it. I think it's worth the risk, man. Listen, when I block, I'm serious about it, alright? Yeah, our opponent has a single draw. It's not possible he will just draw 7 cards out of nowhere, right? Right? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and I got so many questions. Sloth, what will happen when we have no Memory Deluge? Is Farsight Ritual good? How can we beat, the aggro decks and all this stuff? And today we'll answer those questions. Still, I'll be honest, I still have wedding announcement and I still have, the double lands. I'm not ready, guys. But other than this, we have all the new ways to, plate control in the future. And honestly, it seems to be absolute fire so far. Like, we will win against aggro decks and the value decks. And the games today will be absolutely epic. So you will see the whole deck in action. And also, at the same time, the Deuce seems to be incredibly nice with Farsight Ritual because it creates a natural token. If you are under pressure, you will just, skip this one card and get better selection because you probably just want land into Sunfall. That's probably it. Elspeth and Teferi both create tokens and, you can just bargain them. And of course, Wedding Announcement and Revelry won't be here soon, but, they're really good cards, so I'm still using them. And about the game that you are about to see, it will start a little bit slowly, but believe me, it will go absolutely crazy later. And please, be prepared for some misplays, alright? Brace yourself, because oh boy, they will happen. Have fun, guys. This is the auto scooper hand, basically. If we hit aggro, we are 100% dead. I'll take this one. It really hurts to mulligan, but it is what it is. Maybe we can stabilize. With Sunfall, we have some, some potential. And of course, whenever... was the first hand better against this kind of deck? Probably. I think that we would be absolutely fine, but I just couldn't risk that I hit aggro and I instantly lose. This is a weird thing about, playing standard right now. The matchups are so extreme that you need to basically blind win and blind lose games, basically. Because if you keep a full removal hand against a control deck, you probably lost. And if you keep full value hand against the mono red, you probably lost. So it's kinda, a lot of gambling there. Okay, I think we can live with this one. Not great, like we could go for the Anchorage, but it's so slow, man. I think we need to go 3 steps ahead. Maybe we can even cycle something, but I'm not sure what. Get Lost isn't amazing in this matchup, especially that it gives him 2 artifacts, so, well, this is probably something I should counter. At least that was his full turn, right? So we have another chance to draw a land. And, just keep rolling. Well, I think with this draw we probably lost. I could go lockdown and hope that he doesn't have more. And it's so bad that I think I will. I could get map token. Is that draw so bad? He doesn't seem to have too much mana. I'll go with it, This way we get rid of 2 of his mana. Like, he basically has half the mana right now. Alright. And the spider is not quickly far. As long as we have 3, we're basically not playing. That's really harsh. He also has 3, but look at all the ramp he has. Man, he had like 10 mana already. Like 2 of this, 3, 4, 5, and 3. So 8 mana in total. We had 3, so no. And we don't have farewell as well. So it will get a little bit rough. The casket is absolutely fine with us. Like, this is not scary at all. I'm considering killing my own enchantment just to hit map tokens. They really kill my wedding, I'm sure. This is how bad my draw is. Yep. Yep. This, man, when I included Get Lost, I didn't expect I would be killing my own enchantment to try to hit my lands. Oh no, I don't have a creature as well. It's fine. Like, I will get a creature at some point. I mean, we'll see. Maybe on the next turn we will be allowed to play Magic. I would love it. Nope. Can I play Magic, please? Okay, guys, we can play Magic now. Great. That was soul crushing, but after missing basically full 3 turns, I think we're back into the game. And you know what? We have those, alright? They will be great, I promise you. We can use them on Elspeth, right? Because we'll have 5 mana on the next turn probably. You will see. It was absolutely intentional. We draw this. This will be a land, hopefully. Untapped? No. It won't be a land. Alright, this will be a land. See? Everything as we wanted. We go Elspeth right now. And then we can use those map tokens. To hopefully hit more. If not, we can always get the lifelink. See, it was all planned. It's actually not so bad, man. Farsight Ritual. Oh man, this is a rough choice. This is insanely good card, especially... Man, I can use this map token. Let's see if they get lost. They know that map tokens are absolutely deadly on our side. Man, this card is insane. We probably Field of Ruin it. Well, this is okay, as long as he keeps trading cards for, you know, my loyalty. And because Elspeth is plussing, he expects the Emperor. Well, we don't play one. We absolutely don't play one. What do we go for? So he wants to go for the Vault on this turn, and we cannot prevent it. I really don't want to see this land, man. So no, I'm not loving it, but I think it's the best play. The mana is not a coincidence. Yep, he will cycle 1 card, and he will take something from top 4 cards, because he has 4 artifacts. So still very good, but not as good as it could be in, like, you know, 1 or 2 turns. So at least that. Let's go. Even though I have so much white stuff. Alright, let's go for this one. We have 3 mana, so we can go Wedding Announcement, I think. I got something. It's something. So we will actually start making a board, and it will be useful at some point. This will start for a long time, so we can, you know, play Sunfall. I expect that he plays, you know, the Assembly. I think that was the name, the 3 mana thing that creates 10/10 constructs with everything basically. So Sunfalls will be very useful later. And this is kind of how they are trying to kill us. Not with France Spider, but with 10/10s. A lot of 10/10s. It's non-land with Elspeth, so we can get 1 Wedding Announcement back into the game. You know, that it was all planned, you know. Like, I was playing into the ultimate at some point. Alright, so this will... yeah, he will choose it. So of course he didn't give us the lifelinker. Unfortunate. But I'm fine with it. He's playing his cards extremely inefficiently. Do I care about this loyalty? I honestly have no idea. I don't think I do. We might use Ritual even on this one. Okay, man, this is actually huge. Okay, this is huge. I think with this, I can see us winning. Because he will get a lot of value from his deck, especially that he has France Spider, like he has a lot of different things. But with this, we can actually steal this land. Let's make more creatures. And we'll keep them to defend Elspeth, because our friend doesn't seem to enjoy her. And I'm also, like, she's insanely powerful, man. And we cannot use the map token yet, because we won't have enough mana for the Realm Breaker. Man, for this absolute horrible start, we're doing kinda okay. Like, I was sure that we are completely out of the game, to be honest. Our opponent kept trading for our creatures extremely inefficiently, so it's actually okay. We now aren't as scared of the Vault if we can start milling him. And we have another Realm Breaker. This will die probably at some point to something. Alright. I guess they will draw a lot of cards probably. Yep. They need some better answers than, you know, the things that they have right now. And the ramp from this is insane. Like, when you play with the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, it's basically 3 mana. Because it gives you 2 mana instantly. And it's 3 mana that ramps you 2 extra mana every next turn. So that's actually huge, and it also draws cards. So in the right deck, this card is insane. Alright. You know, we don't mind this one. The Realm Breaker is just chilling there. Oh man, alright. And with this, I can see us winning absolutely. Especially if we can get both of them. Oh, Demolition Field, I'd love to. He might run out of basics at some point, we'll see. You can see the difference already. And he will be the owner, right? So, man, I can actually start using... Oh my god. I can start using it to kill his whole land base, right? From the... I can keep using it. Okay, let's start. Man, I'm actually excited so much. I should use Planeswalker first, but... You know, I'm too excited for this one. And I think we -2 Elspeth possibly. Alright. More lands in the graveyard. I'm loving it. So we are kinda guaranteed to draw with Realm Breaker every single turn. Yeah, because this goes to their graveyard, so we can start milling again and get it back. Man, that's actually insane. How many basics I have? Well, quite a lot. It should be fine for us. Right? What? Where are you? Exile it. Well, here it is. Alright, listen, we are testing stuff, alright? I think we go for the Lifelinker right now, especially that we attack with 1 creature, so we still get 2 blockers, and that's a nice pressure overall. We want the token, I don't need cards. And we can burn Elspeth a little bit, so we can maybe replay next one at some point. I should probably use map token here. I kinda forgot about it. And 4 mana should be enough. Yeah, I definitely should do it before. That's an oopsie. That's definitely a misplay. Revelry. Not really the card for the matchup. It's not fully that card, but it's not what we want. And we get the Anthem effect, so suddenly, I mean, our board is 9-9. And we can get a 7-7 or even 9-9 flyer if we really want to on the next turn. So that's no joke. They can absolutely remove it in plenty of ways, but at the same time, interesting. I will double block this. I don't care about Elspeth as much, but I love trading against this. They might try to, you know, flip cards between the graveyard, but I'm fine with it. Like, I want his board to be fully clear. Man, I was so excited for this infinite Demolition Field play. Okay, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. We could go for the Ritual right now, but that means we are giving up milling, and I don't think it's worth it. I think milling him every single turn is way more important. Especially that it gives us more lands, and as you can see, we're super constrained on those. From the early game. Power Stone. Well, this will be useful. Let's go. Man, I love it. I didn't play with the Runbreaker for a very long time. And a Field of Ruins? Well, we have artifacts, we can go for this. This is a very cool land, you know? We also have Mirex, nice. And you know, we can just keep plusing forever. Like, I'm lifelinking every turn, we don't really care. So what do we go for? 1 and 2. So this is Runbreaker. If we go to Fairy, we still have 3 mana. I think we go Farsight Ritual, if anything. I could go to Fairy and just try, you know, to threaten. It's not a bad play. But I have counterspells. Okay, I think counterspells are way more important. Because right now I cannot control the game at all. And if we hit counterspells, and we will, we can go for the bargain right now. Not sure what we will sacrifice, but we will sacrifice something. I like the wedding announcement. The anthem effect is like alone worth it. Oh man, they're actually going for this play. They really don't like Elspeth, man. And I don't mind it. It's just 2 damage. Like, they don't even kill her, and it's so expensive. You can see how much she's doing this game. The map token is a little bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Saving Elspeth, life gaining. Like, we're not winning with Elspeth and damage, we're winning by milling. And when he kills this, we replay the next one. Probably with counter spells, so we can protect it. Yeah, man, I think we'll mill him all the way. This deck is not very good at killing control decks. Like, it's super slow, and usually nothing, well, nothing has haste always. So, you know, unless they're playing some super weird version, you basically can keep Sunfalling always, you know, somehow. Get lost, Sunfalls, you just try to match so they never have enough. Sure. Glaive Bridge, probably not what they want. I think it should... Oh, okay. I thought they won't get it. Oh, I guess, you know, it's still getting milled, I guess. I think my opponent knew this and I kinda forgot. Alright. Here's the synthesizer. What do we want? Vault is nice. We should have enough court mana. Man, look at this. Do I go Farsight Ritual on the power? Like, they're super useful, honestly. No, I think 3 artifacts only. Not too much. But it still gives us a counter spell. Potentially. No, this is just better. I need those power stones. Man, I can use basically everything I have with those. Especially that you can use power stones for Mirex or the Vault. So you can just use your normal mana for your spells. Here it is. 1. Alright, important choice. Get Lost is pretty nice, especially for Anchorage. Or we can deduce. I will go with the Deuce probably. It could be bad play, but I'm greedy. I'm super greedy. So that's why I'm doing it. And now we have our first counter spell, which is huge. We might actually use the Deuce on this turn. Yeah, I don't want to waste any value, I think. We probably want to keep playing lands. Like, we need a lot of lands here. I wonder, they were hesitating. A tower could be a good play. So we are at 7, we will go 8, 7 when we play the land, so I guess we could use it. Yeah, I don't think I'm using Vault right now. So we don't need as many artifacts. Man, those power stones are really helping. Basically the Realm Breaker is fueled by his own mana. Ganjo is very nice. Man, those cards actually make a difference. Do I Sunfall this? Probably not the best play, but it could be a good enough play. It slows him down and we have counter spells, so yeah, I think that's good. So I basically can forget about this part of my board. Are they waiting with a counter spell? I don't think it's a huge difference, so do we counter it? It's just a counter spell, they didn't go for drawing cards. And I honestly don't care. Like, but I was just joking. Like, it's not important for us at all. However, it's very important to keep milling him every single turn. Yeah, man, it's so fun. Like, you basically have free Realm Breaker every single turn. Yeah, like, how are you going to kill me? This is his last value. We should draw into more counter spells. Can I get more? So 3, 2, and I could have 3 extra mana for another blocker. But that means no Realm Breaker, so it's not worth it. We just need to mill him every single... Man, he's at 25 already. Like, it's getting quicker. And we have still another Realm Breaker. Those are nice draws. I honestly don't need Elspeth. Like, she did so much work this game. Yeah, he's going for it. I can use Channel, because it's an ability. Well, for the Anchorage, I think it is possible, it's worth it. We will see how he attacks. He knows that we are discarding Elspeths, so let's see how serious he is about it. Okay. Very good way to attack. The map tokens, they are the only problem basically. Because this is basically a card draw for him. But at the same time, yeah, so I think we're going moment. Because he's going for the next cards, I think we're going into milling plan. Like, even harder, because I need to mill him so he doesn't have time to use those map tokens. Of course, he will use them on this turn, but you know, then he needs to draw into something, then he needs to play a creature into the board, and then it needs to attack and somehow hit us, so it's a lot of time. I think he's realizing where he is in this game. Okay, this is good for him. This is the card he wants, but it will get milled. There's not much point, honestly. Like, if he has good cards, we'll still mill it. Let's get whatever. We need to remember to not take Otawara because it might hurt us. I will play land, we need more. 21 cards. So I could Sunfall it if we care. Yeah, sure, he didn't like it, so maybe we should. I think I still have another Sunfall, right? Because I might be well, I might be forced to use it. Okay, let's go. We also have Anchorage. Alright, so we will use Realm Breaker. And we keep all the mana for Cardo and counterspells. All we need to do is negate his good draws with counterspells and keep milling. Like, soon he will be out. And even if he kills Realm Breaker, we will just play another one. With Farsight Ritual and the Deluge, we should be able to draw it when we need. And we also have the Vault, but we don't have time to use it. But we could, and just, you know, go for the card, for one specific card that we need. But I like this hand, like, we have a lot of options. Agandro is good against the Anchorage. Alright, sure, so they're going absolutely all in here. Is that the token? No, it's full card, right? Just making sure. Okay, it just returns card, it's not a token. Sure. I wonder if this can trigger the synthesizer whenever another enters the battlefield. Alright, so we can answer with Otawara. It would be better to do it probably later. I will use a Ganjo on the big bird basically, because it has 4 toughness. Yeah, every time he's using map tokens, he's accelerating the mill. I'm pretty sure we should win this. If I don't mess it up, we should be absolutely fine. And we can use our Anchorage to block their Anchorage if we really want to. Alright. That's the Ganjo. And I think we'll go with the Farsight Ritual. I think we should have time. On the last turn I will play Realm Breaker and double Realm Breaker for 6 cards. Sure. So we have 4 and 3 free mana, so probably the Deuce. I won't play Otawara, like, it's an incredibly good card. Oh man, we could just go now. But if he draws... The point is that I don't mind it. If he's drawing cards, it's actually better for me. He just milled himself with the Realm Breaker for basically full turn, right? 3 cards here. So it's just better. And it's only 2 damage, so it's not good enough. Let's go for the Anchorage, because why not? And we can go with Bargain. And we use this token, it shouldn't matter too much. Counterspell into Counterspell. Yep. That means the synthesizer won't create anything. You can see that we are doing absolutely fine, man. And yeah. By the way, oh man. We can actually double it, I just realized it. Well, after this turn, this is his last turn, man. Even if he plays cards, it's still the last turn. Because we will make 3 copies in total of Realm Break, yeah? I think it's time to scoop soon. Like, he cannot beat this card. Right? It's only creature. Sure. So he will have a construct, but, you know, we have ways to deal with it. And I want to make I want to save as much mana, because this is 4 mana, this is 4, and I need to double Realm Breaker, or triple Realm Breaker. So I need a lot of mana. So this will be 9 cards this turn, and 9 cards. He's actually dead, he just doesn't know about it. Sure. And we can bounce this, you know, later, if we really need to, but he will be dead. He might have a counterspell, so that's something we need to keep in mind. Yeah, I don't think we counter, because it costs extra 2 mana. So it's probably not worth it. No haste. Cool. Alright. I didn't count the mana, but it should be pretty epic. He probably never seen this play. I hope he doesn't have a counter spell. Oh no. It's legendary. Okay, I learned some. So I should have. Okay, that's a difference. So I needed to make you know, activation before I did it. So that's extra 3 cards, but nothing more. All right. That was a bad play. Man, I was so excited for this one, but indeed, it's legendary. All right, we will go for the different play then. Definitely not a misplay. So what do we go for? I definitely want to Otawara this, because this will be too close to lethal for probably. So I need to keep it at check a little bit. And is there anything I want to discard? I think we'll go with the Deuce here. I still want more mana because, okay, this is very good. This is a good draw. And they go to the bottom, right? Out of 4. It's not bad. I honestly think it's the Fairy. Because we can get... well, no more lives, probably not the best here. Let's go Wedding Announcement, because it might be needed. I guess the Fairy is okay, but it's super mana expensive, so I don't truly want it. Alright, that was a little bit of a whiff. I feel so bad about it, but, you know, it will be at least funny. Alright, and we'll create as many blockers as possible on this turn, so we can buy more time. And we don't need 2 of them, I believe. That should be enough. So we have 2 or 3 blockers. That should be absolutely enough to block this. And also he needs to go to 14 to try to lethal us. And then we can always Farsight Ritual. So it should be absolutely fine. Those tokens are scary, but they're super slow. They don't have trample and they don't have a way to get trample. So they're not as scary. Alright, that will be one. We could counter it. How annoying it will be. Well, it will be very annoying, I think. Okay, I'm learning. You know, I'm learning. It will also create the construct, so I think we just counter it. I'm not sure if he has counter spells or not. Let's take more Anchorages. But we'll take this risk. We counter spell and we only make token. I don't need those extra cards. And we copy this one. That will be another mill. So now we are adapting. a little bit awkward, but it's still basically one extra turn. The downside is that if he has Otawara or something, he can bounce it and kinda kill it, but I've seen Otawaras in the graveyard, so I don't think he plays 2. And that means we have another activation. And I think I will just Farsight for the second Realm Breaker. I should hit it, and we will mill enough cards to just kill him before the next turn. Alright, it was a little bit messy, but I think that was a pretty good game, with you know, some misplays. Yeah, I think however many he will create, I think it will be too slow, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, wouldn't be the first time. Honestly, even with this, I think we should be able to defend. We have Sunfall, we have Lockdown, so we probably will just sweep it very easily. Yeah, I need mana for the Realm Breaker, so the damage goes through. And I will use the Lifelinker probably, because now I'm guaranteed to Lifelink on this turn. And you know, on the next turns he might use something to kill it, like the Casket or something, so we might not get the life gain later. And I'm not buffing it. Alright, that's it. Man, it's looking good. It seems that we are losing on board, but believe me, it's fine. Oh my god, what? Man, if they go discard to the graveyard, they would actually lose. Alright, man, they risked it. If that was a land, they are dead on board already. So very, very risky play. Especially that he might have a chance to go for the Lethal. We definitely need some more mana. Let's go for the Coast. Just because it gives painless mana. Here's the Lockdown that we're talking about. However, this is a... Well, this is a token, but it is copied card, so it has converted mana cost. Alright, first things first. First things first. I think... Well, I need this token, probably. We will do it. Like, he's a soldier, he's going until the end. Man, like, we are doing fine, man. No Emperor, no Jace, we absolutely don't mind. Let's get this one. He's one card, and now I can cast Farsight Ritual, Bargain, and use one of those Power Stones that are already tapped, so I don't lose the clue value. I might draw one extra card. Here's the Realm Breaker. See? I would prefer to have also a counterspell to make sure that we, you know, that it goes through, but it should be good enough. And you know what? Let's make sure that nothing bad happens. Because I think if he has a counterspell, he will use it now. I don't think he has one, but you know, let's be sure. Good game, my friend. He didn't realize that we have another Realm Breaker. So I will probably try to show it. Just so he knows that the game was actually not as close in the end. But of course the rest of the game was absolutely close. I wanted, so, you know, to show him so he has full information that we actually had two in the deck. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed all the misplays, but still we won, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright guys, we're going first. Our hand is acceptable. We'll see. It's kind of slow if, you know, we are against some kind of aggro, but on the value we are kind of fine. And we'll see. If we're against anything that is a little bit slower but more value based, the Realm Breaker will be absolutely amazing. But of course it's still Boros. It's always Boros. Well, that's not perfect, but we'll see. We have a lot of sweepers and removal, but you know, we didn't draw them yet. I need to bluff a little bit. I'm getting used to it. And we'll see. We'll see. I hope that our opponent thinks about Resort Reinforcements, because right now he actually enabled us to counter it, which is pretty huge. If they cast main phase, it wouldn't happen. We need to get those cards, you know, we need to trade them basically for anything as soon as possible, because they're not very mana efficient. Like, they pay 2, we pay 3, and we get the same effect, so, you know, the faster you cycle it, the better. We probably need to go Farsight Ritual and try to hit what? Land Sunfall? And then with the second Farsight we should be able to stabilize. They will scry. Man, aggro decks have such insane cards. Alright, let's set. That's a decent draw. We probably keep the counterspell. No caverns, but I think we'll still go with the ritual. We really need to, you know, hit those sweepers in probably like 2 turns. I'm not sure if I counter Knight of Chaos or Recruiter. I would love to not do it. And so they are wasting 1 then. Really, this is the tap. That seems very weird because he could tap this and get extra damage. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or they have some crazy play. Maybe they actually want to use the blood token. I'm not sure. Alright, that's good. That's good. Warden is very strong, but I think we can buffer it. It's a little bit unfortunate that we have literally 0 removal this game, so we need to kind of work on counter spells and Cardo. Here's the Recruiter. That's not great. That means we don't have time, basically. I have to counter it. It's too much damage, right? So this is 5 damage and 3 damage. I think he might have 2 recruiters. I think that this might be the reason he's playing like this, but I'm not sure. Hard to say. Really hard to say. I think it's still Farsight. Like, I need to sweep this board. I could go to Fairy and get the token. If they have case, I literally lose everything. I don't... Yeah, if they have a case, which is normally a dead card, and they wouldn't cycle it, they would still cycle the land, so that could be the case. That would explain why... Oh man, they need to have something good if they didn't use Sokenzan. Alright, you know what? I think we're rolling with it. It's unfortunate that they also have Recruiter, that's Convoke 3. But it's not the best. Yeah, we need to hit a sweeper, man. Like, right now. And we have very good chance to do it. Alright. I wonder if he will play... I would play the Warden, because you can tap 3 creatures, you get 3 scry, so it kinda gives you an extra card in a way, and you don't need to tap this in order to draw a card. So I think playing this is the best play, just because it gives you the next card, basically. Alright, I didn't hit the deuce this game, so I cannot go for 7, unfortunately. That would make things so much easier. Elspeth is something, and I think I need land. Not perfect draw, but that is kinda obvious, right? So I can go with Elspeth to try to stall the game. Or just go with the Farsight Ritual if they don't go for too much damage. So 6, 9, around 10. You know what? It could work. If I go Elspeth, she dies, and we are in exactly the same spot, basically. It's not perfect, but you know. Like, we need to work with it. Yeah, it's so hard, man. The whole game always boils down to drawing a sweeper. Because you cannot beat this kind of board without sweeper, because they're so efficient and so synergistic that, you know, they just have way more cards than you can ever get if you keep trading 1 for 1. So that means you need a card that trades for infinity. And yeah, so we forced them to do the same thing they could do on the last turn. And I like it, because that means, man, we are really digging hard into the deck. Alright, that's fine. If I hit Sunfall, I really think we're in a good spot, and 4 damage is okay. They can use Mirex, which is unfortunate, but we have enough... Oh, right. For some reason I thought it's less. Of course it's not 4. Why wouldn't it? Why would it be 4? Alright, I really need to hit it. I can use the Sunfall token, so it's fine. I would love to have the Deuce, man, but it is what it is. Here's Sunfall, and here's the land. Not much of a choice here, and we're doing the thing. So we Sunfall here. We will see. He might still win, because if he has Recruiter, into any other creature, he will be able probably to go with it. If I play a Revelry, I don't get the value. Like, I only get life gain, so that's just bad. It's kinda the same as activating the token in a way. And I need to do it on the next turn when he has more creatures, probably. And then we win. Because I played this into Elspeth and they cannot burn us. So I'm you know, I think that we're kinda okay. Okay, this hurts a lot, but I think we can try to outvalue this. That means only one card in the hand. And they cannot use Mirex. Okay, they can use Mirex. So they won't do anything this turn. That means we activate this. We need to be mana efficient. And I learned that -2 doesn't give the lifelink. Alright. Well, I guess I would get more value if I went differently, but I still think it's better this turn. Alright. Honestly, I think we will do it. I think we are doing it. So, 2 tokens. On the next turn I would get more value, but I really don't want to get burned on this turn. I don't really have good play, so Teferi could be more efficient in a way, and the token has Vigilance. Yeah, our opponent has a single draw. It's not possible he will just draw 7 cards out of nowhere, right? Right? If you watched previous videos, you know what I mean. So I think we just chill, because we can create 3 creatures a turn, basically. And that should be enough. It's getting close, and the War Leader's Call provides insane levels of pressure. We need to trade this if he attacks, but he loses everything. Alright. As a land draw for the aggro deck. I think that deserves a honk for the day. I think he just needs to wait, right? Okay, okay. Well, not much of a choice here. We're going like this. We have to. This is kind of smart idea, because on the next turn Teferi will be a 3-3. So this is the last turn when they can trade 1 for 1. So they kind of forced it. It seems that our opponent knows what he's doing. But still, I think we can absolutely recover. Here's the loyalty counter. We can also use Farsight Ritual right now, so I'm pretty sure we will win with this.
It's nice to see a familiar
now we have lifelinker, so on the next turn we are lifelinking 3 because of the -2, and they don't have instant removal, so this will happen. And we can Farsight Ritual at any point, basically. There's no point in going Realmbreaker, it's too slow. 1 creature. You know what? We are trying to go for full stabilization. I don't think we need to go like this, especially that with Teferi and the token we can get Vigilance, because he can draw something with haste. I know, crazy, and that could be a lot of damage, so I don't want to lose the game by like 1 or something. We have the Anchorage if he goes for some, you know, insane lethal, but we'll see. I think he will scoop soon. 1 damage. This War Leader's Call is basically the only way they can get back into the game, but this token will get us going. Man, that's a draw. He actually drew it. Alright, just being good at Magic. So that means they can try to go for insane levels of damage with Knight Errant of Chaos to get rid of War Leader's Call. I still think we'll win, but this top deck actually got him back into the game. How much damage can they make? Not enough, but it will be very, very close. I cannot sacrifice this one. Alright. Knight of Chaos, sure, but they cannot convoke. That I'm not sure if that's actually really good, because I will get a lot of life gain probably. I know it, guys, I know it will be very weird. I know, listen, I know. But I think that's how we do it. I think that's how we do it. Alright. We need to be smart about this one. Archangel Elspeth. This is more life gain. And probably either Get Lost or Farsight Ritual. I don't want to give him map tokens. I can kill my creature or my planeswalker. Like, I can kill Elspeth, use map tokens to +2/+2, and then get another Elspeth, and basically +6. So this will be a 7/7 lifelinker. That That is nice. But is that too slow? I will actually go for it. I think it's a good play. Not sure if I will use it, but it's a good play. Alright, we'll get more cards. I could get another token. But man, I might get outvalued by an aggro deck if I do it, because I don't have planeswalkers anymore. This is kinda crazy. Alright, how much do we go for it? I think I have to kill Pixie, right? Then they Knight of Chaos. This is actually hard, man. There are so many variables here. I definitely have to do this. I need the lightning for sure. I could also kill this. I'm not sure if that won't be too slow. Alright, okay, I think we're going like this. This would be so weird, man. Alright, we draw a card. I should draw first, by the way, that was a big mistake. It won't matter, but it was a big mistake anyway. If I kill this... So I can kill both, basically. He will get so many map tokens. I really want to go... Well, I'm not sure if I had to do it, to be honest. But I'm doing it anyway. And the Vigilance is a big deal, because we can start life gaining a lot. And maybe I can even buffer this. Unless he draws Resolute Reinforcements, I don't need to do it main phase. Man, this will be really hard. I think we're on the verge of winning. Yeah, I mean, obviously, because we kill him on the next turn. Especially with Anchorage. Alright. Okay, so we kinda know everything. He can Convoke, so he will Convoke a lot. And this definitely should be a good loss right now, I believe. Because I cannot get so much damage to the face. He will still get the tokens. Right? But they will be 1-1 and without haste. So he needs to hit Recruiter. I think that the problem is that he will probably hit Recruiter, so everything he will play this turn will have haste. And I'm not sure if I don't die to this, but this is as much damage as we can mitigate. Gleeful Demolition was extremely good draw, man. Because he needs the tempo now. If he gets Recruiter, like Gleeful Demolition into Recruiter is probably the best damage dealer. And also the reason the deck even exists, right? Because sometimes you get this kind of combo. Yep. At least we don't get damage from everything, but if there won't be haste on this turn, I think we're fine. Like, I can basically kill him with creatures because I can give flying to everything. So he needs to hit Recruiter right now. And yeah, oh man. Not sure what happened there, right? With Recruiter, we can block one creature. I actually want to know, oh cool, I want to know if I would die to Recruiter because there's high chance he would get it, right? So 5, 8, and 6. So 14 and to mitigate 5, so it's 9 damage. Yeah, I think I would die. That was a weird scoop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a very intense game. Alright guys, I'll be honest, this is not a great situation. Why? Because we are on the draw. The rest is fine. But we are on the draw against a Jace avatar. Especially with some cookie stuff, so you know that it will be red. At this point they should just have a red avatar because it's way more surprising than what they are doing right now. Somehow they tried trickery in such a bad way that it actually isn't a trickery anymore. So you know, that's it. The best, because we are on the draw, they can afford this play and there's literally zero counterplay. And I think that's a great way to start the game. When you don't have counterplay to your opponent plays, it just feels great when you lose to it. So of course he will draw a card. And I know this because when I was playing mono red, I knew that if I'm on the play with Rukus and I can play 2-drop and cast Rukus on it, I'm already way ahead of where I should be. And because I'm getting the card again, like I'm kinda secured. This has to be a hard draw for him. So this is basically the, a little bit cheating advantage that you get by being on the play. And it's so huge that it will usually win you the game. So no, then you play another game and you are on the draw as an aggro deck and you instantly lose to control. So that's kind of where we are, Alright. This is, man, his opening is absolutely insane. They really want to pump this, so that's why I won't use removal on this. Yep. Very, very good for him. Because whatever I do, he still gets very good value. But it's still okay. Like, we need to try to get into Wedding Announcement and those 2/2 lifelinkers. I can see us winning, but it will be very, very hard. I mean, like, very, very hard. Unless we draw a lockdown and then we instantly win, probably. So, no. It is what it is. I need those Wedding Announcements. They have Trample in the deck, a lot of Trample. They will hit a land with all the map tokens, probably. This is a little bit risky. They can get it and basically... So, let's assume they don't have a land in the hand. Then activating map token is basically 0 mana, draw a card. So it's great, unless you miss. And then it's really bad for him, probably. Okay, this is actually okay, just because it's 2 mana. This is very inefficient right now for him. By the way, we can make a token here. So we could double block. Listen, I will go like this, and it might kill me. But because I'm on the draw, I actually have to gamble this. I will have 3 creatures. If I can survive this turn, I think I can survive and win the game. I think we still might win. Yeah, so this is actually a whiff, I think. Unless they have a land in their hand. Because they wanted this free land and they didn't hit. This is their last turn to kill us. Especially that we have counterspells, so burn spells won't do too much. Especially if we draw a land from the top, which will give us 5 mana, so it's 3 steps ahead into the deuce, because we don't need too much value, we already have too much value, so we just, double spell probably. I mean they're kinda similar. Yeah, maybe 3 steps ahead is still better, right? Because you get to draw 2 cards and here you need to pay mana. Alright, so our opponent is really tanking on this, but to be absolutely fair, it's hard situation. He needs to kill me extremely soon. And Wedding Announcement flips on the next turn with extra creatures. The trample is annoying. It definitely is very annoying. This means Elspeth survives and we get more lifelinkers. But to be honest, like, she still survives, right? It's just 4 damage, I don't need more. For some reason I thought it has to be more. Alright, I think with this we won. Oh no, that's huge. Man, okay, so that was weird. So he didn't try to hit a land? Why would you play it after the turn? I have no idea, man. That doesn't make sense to me. But, I'll take it. We cannot risk that we mess the land, so we just go like this. With counterspells, we should be okay. Don't forget on the next turn we can turn one of them into 4/4 with lifelink and start attacking and defend with those tokens. So I think we're actually okay. There are combinations of cards that kill us, I believe. But I'm not sure which ones. Alright, this doesn't kill this. And don't forget we can use this to create a token with lifelink, so we can lifelink even more than he expects. This is a lot of damage, but it's not game-winning damage, so I'll risk it. If he attacks Elspeth, I think I allow this, and it's just okay. Still, they denied the +2/+2, so that's a big deal. But we have +2/+2 by just copying a creature. I could just go for, all in. Honestly, I think it's best, right? Because I will still hit it and I can counter one of the spells, so I think it's worth the risk, man. Listen, when I block, I'm serious about it, alright? He won't burn through it, I believe. It's 10 damage, and they cannot get toughness so high, so they will probably trade against all the lifelinkers, but we can make more. And we also lifelink back to 10 already. I would love to play 3 steps ahead to make a copy, but then he might buff it, and this might lose us the game. So I cannot really go for this play, I think. Like, I could, but it would be risky, and I think I'm throwing the game a little bit. But you know, if you are basically on the ropes, you can make this play, and if they don't have stuff, and we counter it, right? I really want to keep Elspeth. Okay, no pain, that's important. Like, Elspeth is insanely important. And you can see how much they respect Elspeth. Like, this is our big lifelinker. And they absolutely cannot stand the lifelink. You can see we're at 10, we have board, they don't, and they only have 2 cards. One of them is a land. That should be enough. And we keep making lifelinkers. Now we can also counter and draw cards. You don't need to kill them. Like, they will scoop moment they cannot burn you. Look at this value. Like, I have 6 cards basically, something like this. So, you know, with Anchorage we can draw even more. Lightning Strike. They don't even wait. They know it's over. Man, against this kind of opening on the draw, and we still managed to do it. I mean, that's a good sign for control, you know? No Emperor, no Jace, and no Farewell, and we are still doing it. Alright guys, the video was pretty long, so we won't make too long of an outro. By the way, if you are wondering why Jace is here, I just wanted to make sure, alright, that even though we don't use it, that Jace will stay in standard, but I know you guys are, oh no, it's not, again, Emperor and Jace deck. So we are trying to make something interesting, and I just wanted to, you know, go for something that resembles Jace, but just works a little bit differently, but it still fits the same strategy basically. 3-drop that mirrors your opponent, just over time instead of 30 cards at a time. So what about this deck? Man, honestly, Farsight Ritual seems actually really fun. For memory, you know how important this flashback is. Usually this is how you win the game, because you usually get 2 perfect answers. With this deck, you can get it 3 turns earlier. The only downside is that, of course, if you are playing right now with the Farsight Ritual, you will meet Memory Deluge decks. And, well, they will have 2 cards, and you will have 1, basically, because Farsight Ritual can be cast only once, of course, no flashback. So this will put you at a disadvantage, but against any other deck, and of course, when we don't have Memory Deluge anymore, of course, it will be, you know, the same for every control deck, basically. And honestly, card I was really impressed with is Archangel Elspeth. She is here, you know, in place of Emperors, basically, and I have to say, she absolutely did the job. Of course, you don't get the sweet removal with exile effects, so, you know, while everyone is used to seeing Emperor, so, you know, things like Tenacious Underdog are not super used. Maybe it will change when the Emperor isn't around here, but for now, like, man, those soldiers do make a difference. To be fair, it could be a bit weaker with no wedding announcement. Of course, 2/2s are way better than 1/1s, but at the same time, usually you just chomp block every single time, and when one survives, you always have the option of making a 3/3 flyer with lifelink, and that's usually enough if you can, you know, protect your side of the board, basically. So yeah, pretty happy with her so far, and yeah, like, we won't make it longer, but honestly, I was super impressed with the deck so far. It seems that it plays like a normal control, and it has a little bit better mid-game in a way, because Farsight Ritual just draws you 7 cards so quickly, but of course the value in total is a little bit lower, so maybe there will be some, you know, mid-range decks that try to outvalue this kind of stuff. We'll see, because we can always throw even more deduce, quick status, and Farsight Rituals, so I guess it's hard to outvalue us. And honestly, I think that's kinda it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, you know, new way to play Control. It feels very fresh, and at the same time, it seems very familiar. So I hope you had a great fun, And yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. I would love to know. And that's it for today. So see you guys tomorrow.